remember the black magic.
You remember what?
The black magic.
You tried it on someone?
Yeah. My father got the trick. He also got the hang of it.
Achha. So how many times did you try it?
I tried it like
What black
10
magic?
times, 15 times.
Avishi, what happened? I mean, you all should have your videos on, then only we can interact.
Sorry, do you know today is Mother's Day?
Yes, I know. We'll discuss a little bit about that.
Sir, you told us that you will tell us a story on the goddesses also.
Guruji, one more trick today.
Yeah. You have to show us the magic today.
Which magic is only on weekdays when we meet in the evening.
No, sir. You always try to change the topic.
Not on Sunday.
This is first class.
All right, let's start. Just okay. So we are not done with the avatars, right? 2, 3 are still left. Which ones?
Which avatar?
Parshurama is left, Balaram is left, and Kalki is left.
And the last one, Guruji.
Yeah, the Kalki. Maybe I'll just briefly tell you, and then we can discuss about the mothers. And just a second. I'll just put that picture on screen. The 10 avatars. So this is the image.
So then we'll have that goddess story, please.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm not getting a clear picture. Clearer picture I need.
Can you please show us a magic?
Which magic?
Sure, we should get number magic.
अरे ये class magic वाला थोड़ी है. That's on weekdays reward.
This is not
Sure, we should.
all.
Pardon?
Show it to Abhishek.
Avishi. Avishi didn't learn last time. She wasn't there.
So she didn't come.
Join. Yes.
Okay, in the end we'll do that.
Yes, sir. The black magic.
Black magic. What is black?
What is dark magic?
Number one, the number one. Think of a number, double it, then add whatever to it, divide
You all
it.
can. Somebody can do. Somebody can do it for Avishi.
I'll do it.
Okay. Then let's see Avishi. Others have learned.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Chalo, let's do the. All right. So this is what we are looking at. Oh, where did it disappear? Can everyone see on screen?
Yes, so who? That's Buddha, right?
Yeah, so we are
Buddha
coming
was
to
sitting
that.
under the tree.
All right, which was the first avatar? We should remember this.
Matsya avatar.
All right, second,
Kurma.
third.
Varaha.
Yeah, you can see on your screen on the left side. Varahadev is lifting.
What is a Kurma avatar?
The boar.
Okay.
Pardon? What did you ask?
What is a Varaha avatar from?
Varaha, you can see number 3 on your screen on left side. He lifted the earth. It was taken inside the ocean by a demon called Hiranyaksha. And then the Lord took the form as a boar, as a huge pig, and he lifted the earth and also killed the demon, Varaha. Are you all reading those 10 prayers I had sent once on screen? Because those 10 prayers, Dashavatar, they have every description of every avatar, why they came. Who is reading those prayers daily?
Not daily, sometimes.
But daily, how much time does it take? 5-7 minutes. But they will, those prayers will fetch you unlimited blessing. Just start your day with that.
Okay.
Hmm? So no more magic tricks till I come to know that you all are reciting it every day.
Sir, please,
Guruji,
if you show us
That's
one trick,
the
we'll do it like for eternity. If you show
अरे
us
पर
one.
आप लोग मेरी बात सुनते नहीं हैं तो मैं आपकी बात क्यों सुन?
So you
Sir, हम
promised
लोग
this
बहुत दिन
once
से बोल
only.
रहे हैं.
We
I've
always
been-
listen to you, Guruji.
अच्छा, when?
Please, Guruji.
I've been asking to recite those prayers every day, 5-10 minutes लगता है, but none of you are doing it.
So Guruji, do it after this. Just one promise.
So the next 1 week you all have to recite every day, and then I'll teach you 2 tricks. What to speak.
Okay, no sir. One trick today, one trick next class.
No, you all do what I ask you to do, then I will.
Then again you change the topic.
Okay, Varahadev is 3rd. Which was the 4th one?
Nursing.
Nursing. So first thing to tell us the magic trick. Then
Let me tell a wish.
We'll come back to that later. After we are done with the class, then we'll see. Okay. The 5th one.
The 5th one is
We are going anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
Which is the 5th one next to Narsingadev? Just look at the picture and you will know. What is he doing?
He's like doing like this.
Gymnastics.
He has
correct
he has his leg trying to measure something.
That Vamana?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Vamana. He measured the universe with his 2nd step.
Then the 6th one?
6th one, just guess who is that? A warrior with a chopper in his hand. And
Parshuram.
yes. So this is what we need to discuss. Who is Lord Parshuram? So he's one of the 10 incarnations. Although there are countless avatars of the Lord, but here we are only discussing 10 prime. There are many varieties of avatars. Here we are discussing Leela avatars. So Parshuram is still alive. He's one of the 7 or 8 people who are still alive and living somewhere. You know the state of Kerala?
Yes.
Okay, I'll come to that. So Lord Parshuram, as we know from the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna appears or incarnates in this world for 3 main reasons. Anyone knows? Hey, just one by one. Just raise your hand.
Sir, I know 2.
Raise your hand, then you can unmute yourself. Okay, Anvi. 2. You are on mute.
Yes, sir. So the first reason is to destroy evil and kill the demons or the asuras. And the second reason that I've thought of is like to fulfill the Lord's devotees like needs. So like he can change into any avatar to like help the devotees.
Okay, Radhya.
To be Arjun's charioteer.
No, but he comes in various forms, various incarnations, not just.
Yeah, so it's basically to fulfill the needs of the devotees only.
So,
What's your question?
Question is, why does Lord come into this world? What are the 3 external main reasons?
To punish mighty rulers and horrible kings.
Okay, second. There are 3 main reasons he mentions in the Bhagavad Gita. There is a verse, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chidushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So this is in Spanish.
What is in Spanish?
Sanskrit.
Like, how do we pronounce it?
This is Sanskrit.
I know.
This is in Bhagavad
Unfortunately,
Gita.
I've been doing Sanskrit in school.
This is in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text number 8. We'll recite that. We'll try and memorize that. So 3 reasons he mentions: to protect the good people, to destroy the evil ones, and to also re-establish dharma, dharmic principles. That means to teach people what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is wrong. So he teaches that. So when does he destroy? Uh, when he sees that people are becoming more and more demonic. And
More and more?
especially a time came where all the kings of the world, they were becoming very arrogant. And this quality is not expected from a leader, from a king, from a guru, somebody who has some influential position in society, somebody who's looked up to, people follow him. So that person has to be humble and exhibit good qualities so that his followers can also follow his example. So it is very important to have an exemplary behavior when we are acting as leaders in society, or when we are acting as influencers. We have influence over others, because whatever we do, other people will follow. And kings are considered to be representatives of God, those who are leading others, those who are supposed to protect. But a time came where the kings themselves became very, very evil, demons, arrogance. See, we discussed last time, what is the one greatest quality that attracts Krishna's heart? What was the
Humility.
one? Humility. And what is the opposite of that?
Unhuman.
Arrogance.
Arrogance.
False pride. So this is one quality Krishna doesn't like, because he knows if somebody has this one bad quality, arrogance, all his other qualities are useless. So nobody likes a person who is proud. And when a person is proud, he will naturally commit offenses against others. He will disrespect others, he will insult, he won't care for anyone. So what we should try and cultivate is the quality of humility. How can we always remain humble? Okay,
Helping others.
let's just ask it in a different way. What makes a person become falsely proud of himself? What leads to false pride, or what do you think will make
Their knowledge, their knowledge, maybe
knowledge,
their status.
their status? Okay, somebody thinks who is very knowledgeable, I know so much. Somebody thinks I'm so wealthy, or I'm so powerful. What else? Somebody thinks I'm very beautiful, isn't it? Somebody thinks I am very famous, or somebody might think I'm so strong, powerful. So all these things can lead to false pride. Somebody is found in a big family, that can also lead to false pride. So, and how can we remain humble despite having all these facilities in our life? Because these things are not disqualifications, but thing is, even after having all these things, we can remain humble if we remember one principle. What is that? Guess. Whoever answers will get to learn a new trick next week.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
How can, despite having great knowledge, now it's not that, okay, great knowledge, a great family, or wealth, beauty leads to pride, so I better not have these. No, you can have these things but still remain humble. And how can we do that? Despite having all of it, how can we remain humble?
Worship God.
Worship God. Okay, what else?
Help others and help others when they are in need. That's what God likes the most, I think.
Okay, what else? Abhishek.
Worship God and help others.
And help others. दोनों को जोड़ दिया उसने. What else? What else?
Sir, there's nothing else.
By always remembering, that whatever we have is all
It's
by
all God's.
is all by the grace of God.
Whew.
And if I become proud, he can take it away any moment, which is a fact. So God, one king announced in his kingdom that I want to know, what is God doing every day? What does he do? So many people came up with answers, and he said he would be rewarding the best answer uh, with lots of wealth. So many people came, but none of them could give a satisfactory answer. Yes, Anvi, you have raised hand.
Sir, I have actually two questions related to the scriptures. Firstly, I
Okay,
want to ask you
let me just
that.
complete the story.
Okay,
I'll come back.
I'll ask in the end.
Yeah. So the king asked so many people, but none of them could give a satisfactory answer. Then one child came, maybe of the age of Radha, and he said, I know what God does. He said, what? So the king was sitting on his throne, way above the level of this child. He said, so since you are asking a question and I have to answer, the person who is asking question also has to be on a lower level. He's inquiring, humbly it should be done. So you come down here, I must go and sit on your throne. So the king agreed, okay, you come and sit over here. And the king came down, the child sat on his throne, and the child said, this is what God does. Anybody who thinks he's very high up there, he's very powerful, he's great, and he feels like that, so God brings them down, makes them humble. And somebody who is very humble, thinks himself to be small, he takes them and puts them on the throne. So he takes them higher and higher. The lighter we are, the higher we go. The heavier we are, the harder we fall. So when we always remember that the good life that we have, the good family, or maybe wealth, fame, beauty, knowledge, strength, intelligence, we all remember that it is by the grace of God, then we can always remain humble, because it's by His grace, none of my qualifications. That will keep us humble. The moment we start thinking, oh, this is mine, I am this, I have, it will lead to false pride. So always remembering all this is by the grace of the Lord that we have. So a time came when all the kings on this planet were becoming very, very demonic, extremely evil. So, and these kings were so powerful, they were spread all over the world. And who could contain them? Because kings are supposed to maintain law and order. But those who are supposed to maintain law and order, imagine if they only become violent, they only start exploiting people, troubling others. Who will help the innocent? Imagine if the police of the city starts troubling the citizens, where will the citizens go? Isn't it? So that is when the Lord had to come personally, and he appeared as Parshuram. His name was Ram actually. See, there are four Rams. Remember this. There are four Rams. One is Lord Ramachandra. Second is Balaram. Balaram is also known as Ram. Bala and Ram, they were two names given to him. So sometimes people call him Balaram, but Ram was also one of his names.
So it's Ram, Parshuram, Balram, and
And one of the names of Krishna is also Ram. Yeah, because Ram means the storehouse of pleasure, storehouse of bliss. So there are four Rams. So his name was not Parshuram. His name was Ram. That was the name given to him by his parents. But later on, when he grew up, because that was his purpose of incarnation, so he took a chopper in his hand and he physically destroyed all the ruling kings of the world again and again and again. just to save the innocent citizens. And he chopper in Hindi is called Farsha. Farsha. So from there, his name became Parshuram or Parshuram. Parsha is known as chopper in Hindi. And that's how Lord Parshuram came. And he again brought peace. He brought peace back to this planet. And even today, he is performing tapasya. There is a mountain. So when he was doing
It starts
tapasya,
from M.
so when he was doing tapasya, so many brahmanas came, including great Rishi Kashyapa. And after the puja was done, because he was trying to atone for the killings that he had done, setting an example. So then they asked for dakshina. So Lord Parshuram gave the entire earth as dakshina, the entire surface, the entire land as dakshina to the brahmanas. Now he had nowhere to stay because everything was given in dakshina. So therefore he came to this place in the south, which is a land or state called Kerala. There was no Kerala at that time, that state. So the entire land was given in charity to the Brahmanas. So he took his chopper and he threw it into the ocean. So where the chopper fell, till that point, the ocean just went back. And so he reclaimed that land from the ocean. And there the present city of Kerala is located. So you can say the original founder of Kerala city is Lord Parshuram. And there is a mountain called Mahendra Parvat. That's where he's still sitting and doing tapasya. So he's one of the 8 people who are still living. Next is Ram. We have already discussed on Ram Navami. Then of course Balram, we know Balram was born to Vasudeva and not Devaki, but Rohini, and he took birth in Vrindavan from Rohini's womb, who was second queen of Vasudeva. And just before Krishna was born, Balram was born as his elder brother. Then came Lord Buddha, who appeared in Kali Yuga. Why did Lord Buddha appear? Anybody knows?
To maybe change like the brutal laws of the Vedic age, like the caste system and all.
So what happened was, after Lord Krishna disappeared from this world, listen to this very carefully. So there were many Vedic sacrifices that were happening. And people started killing animals in wholesale just in the name of Vedic sacrifices. And so much so that temples had become slaughterhouses. And whenever they would ask, why are you all killing the Brahmanas and others, they would say, no, it is mentioned in the Vedas, so we are doing. Now, when Vedas talk about sacrifices, they talk in a different context, which I have mentioned in my next book, which is coming out in August.
What is it? What's the title of the book?
Title you will know. It's in a question answer format, just like all the questions that you'll ask me. Why did Krishna not marry Radha? Why did Ram banish Sita? What happens after death? What about past life and everything? Who is God? Sab kuch usme, there are more than 70.
So you can name your book The Identity of the Universe.
No, it's a nice book. I mean, just try to put all the questions that are dreams real, and how can we believe in somebody whom we can't see? All those questions. So Lord Buddha appeared at a time when this wholesale killing of animals was going on, and it was going on in the name of Vedas, Vedic scriptures. So a time came when the Lord had to appear as an emergency incarnation. Suddenly, he had to come. So, and therefore he came and gave the philosophy of non-violence, ahimsa. And he said, oh, scriptures are not true. He removed scriptures out of the scene because that's what was needed at that time. Because everything was going on in the name of scriptures, he just removed scriptures from the picture. And he didn't deliberately talk about God. because the knowledge about God must come from scriptures. If he talked about God, he again had to bring back the scriptures, so which was dangerous at that time. So he appeared for a particular time period to put order in disorder, and he gave the philosophy of ahimsa, non-violence. So to stop that animal killing, if you read those 10 prayers which I have mentioned, which I have shared with you, you will know the purpose of every incarnation. यहाँ पे. So उसमें clearly mentioned why Buddha appeared, and he stopped that. Then Kalki, the 10th avatar, is supposed to come towards the end of Kali Yuga. We have not even begun. Kali Yuga has just begun. The total duration of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. And we have only covered 5,000 odd years abhi tak. So it's still a lot of time, but it is also mentioned where will this incarnation of the Lord appear. It is mentioned in the scriptures. There is a place in the south called Sambhal village, Sambhal. And there would be a Brahmana of the name Vishnu Yash. And to this Brahmana, the Lord would appear. And because towards the end of Kali Yuga, the whole population of the world would have become extremely demonic. And so the Lord would appear, take a sword in his hand, ride his horse, and he would physically destroy, like Parshurama, all the demons. And once all the bad people, the evil ones, are killed, with handful of people who are left, the good ones, he will again start Satyug, the age of goodness. Then again Satyug will come, where everybody is very pious, peaceful, and everything will be so nice, blissful. So that will happen. So this is about the 10 avatars. अभी आप भूलेंगे नहीं ना आप लोग? Would you all remember this? Why Buddha appeared? Why Kalki would appear?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Why Parshurama appeared? So now, today we are celebrating a special day.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. So what are you all doing for your mother today?
Sir, I'm giving her surprises, like.
And I made an emoji for her.
Acha, emoji, okay.
And
Yes,
I'm
Anvi.
giving her like surprises, like on breakfast I already gave her, then he is giving his surprise. Then we are going to like a planetarium, and then we are going for lunch. So at lunch I'm gonna give her the second surprise.
Okay. Yes, Shivya, what is your gift for your mother?
I basically made a flower bouquet for her.
Okay. Kavishi? Kavish? Avishi?
Huh?
What are you giving?
I might make a cake for her, and then I'll give her a card.
Do we also get to eat the cake? No.
I don't know.
What are you doing for your mother?
Yes, Amor. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Good. Sanvi? Yes.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing for Mother's Day?
So Kavish is so I make a card for my mother. So Kavish is doing this to me.
Radhya? Radhya?
Avishi and I are going to do something together.
Avishi and you.
Can't even I do that? Thanks.
They are so mean, huh, Shivya?
Yeah, you're right.
There's always,
Yeah,
there's always a conspiracy against you.
Wish I could have another sister. I hate her.
Why do they do that to you always?
Yummy.
But I think they love you.
But I don't.
doesn't seem like it.
I hate that.
Even Anvi thinks that it's not like that.
And so
I'm
giving this to my mother.
Okay, very nice. Mahi?
I'm taking her out for lunch and baking her a cake.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay. So you know,
Can you tell us what are you doing for your mother?
I'm just chatting with all of you.
Sir, what are you doing for your mother?
Okay. First, let's finish the class and all these personal questions. You know, the scriptures mention there are 7 mothers. Not like mothers. There are 7 personalities who are given the position of mother as per the scriptures. Anybody knows? No googling.
One of them is obviously love.
No. One of them is obviously the one who gives birth. और कौन है?
The one who cares for everyone, maybe.
Yes, the nurse or Aya. Second, yes, good. No googling.
The one who like has a lot of knowledge, maybe, and
No. Chalo, Abhishi, have you googled?
Huh?
You googled or no?
Google 7 qualities, 7 characteristics of a mother.
Okay, let me just put it on the screen. There are 7 mothers.
So you also have to tell us a story about the mother goddess.
Look at your screen. These are 7 mothers. Anybody wants to read?
Yes, sir.
Read aloud. Read.
So first mother, one who has given birth.
Right.
Wife of the Guru. I didn't understand this one.
Guru, this represents the Vedic system, and there used to be a Guru.
Oh, Gurukul. Yeah. Brahman's wife. I only Brahman's wife.
Yeah.
Wife of the king.
Yes.
Cow.
Hmm.
Foster mother. One who brings up other than the mother who's given birth. And earth, the nature and environment.
So these are 7 mothers. So all need to be respected. All need to be given the same respect. Like Mother Cow, the wife of Guru, wife of Brahmana, wife of a king, the one who takes care also. I believe all of you have somebody taking care, isn't it?
Yes, sir, mother.
Aya. Aya. And even the nurses, the Aya, one who is taking
So not
care.
for me, for my brother.
And but you also had, na, when you were growing up.
When I was small.
You are still small.
I'm not small.
How old are you?
I'm turning 12 this year.
That's actually बहुत ज़्यादा है ना? That's not small, huh? How old is Radhya?
She's turning 12 this month.
When?
23rd May.
Okay, so we are celebrating.
Yeah.
What gift will Shivya give to Radhya?
Shivya will just give a prank.
How did you know? Actually,
I wrote like in our school we got this homework, write an creative writing essay about how you played a prank on your sibling. So I got.
She did play. I actually will play a prank, which I will know about.
Even I'll help you.
Yeah, time to take revenge. Huh? Oh, who is this?
Mother, Yashoda and Krishna.
Yeah, Mother Yashoda. So you know what they're doing? There's a
Yes.
beautiful story behind this.
Yeah, Yashoda is always shown like churning butter.
So it's a beautiful story related to this picture. What's happening here?
Krishna is hugging Yashoda while she's churning butter.
So it was early morning of Deepavali, and Yashoda was, she's the mother of God. You can imagine what position she has, how exalted, how elevated she is. So she was receiving complaints almost every day.
About
Krishna
was stealing butter.
Krishna was going around and stealing butter. And somehow nobody was able to catch Krishna. Nobody, how much ever they tried. Once actually what they did was, because Krishna and Balram and his friends would come and they would steal. And nobody could find out when they would come, when they would leave. Nobody could just figure out. So एक बार इन लोगों ने क्या किया कि उन्होंने घंटी बांध दी. You know what they did? They would just hang the butter pots to the ceiling so that they wouldn't be able to steal now. But even then, Krishna and Balaram managed to do that. You know how? Like this. You can see they would just make use of each other's shoulders or some whatever was, and the gopis could just simply watch, run them. They're just running away with butter in hand, and their faces smeared with butter, bodies covered with butter. So now they decided to make a foolproof plan. What they did is they hung some bells next to the attached to the pot. So even if Krishna and Balram tried to steal butter, the bells would make sound. And that's how the gopis working outside the house would come to know that there is somebody inside. So they did that. And Krishna and Balaram came, they didn't know. But when they came and one of the boys said, oh, there are bells hanging from the pot, so we will be caught if they make some sound. So Krishna said, don't worry, I will. So he told all the bells, you should not ring till we are done with the stealing. And the bells had to listen. As soon as Krishna started eating butter, suddenly the bells started ringing. And Krishna said, what is this? And some of the boys just ran away. So why did you ring? I told you not to ring, not to make sound. The bell said, no, this is a tradition that whenever we offer anything to you, the bell should ring. Have you ever seen anybody offering bhoga to Krishna in the temples or at home? It is always done by ringing a bell with your left hand and
Yes,
chanting
sir.
a few mantra. He said, no, this is a tradition that whenever you eat, the bell must ring. So we had to ring. And that's how Krishna was caught for the first time. So one of the ladies, she just held Krishna's hand and started dragging him to his house to tell Yashoda Mai, because every time they would go and tell Yashoda Mai, complain, Yashoda Mai would never believe. This is not possible, aisa nahi hai. Because Krishna is right next to me, he's so innocent, he can't steal. So she couldn't figure out ke kya chal raha hai. They are complaining. They can't be lying every day. At the same time, Krishna is right next to me. So this gopi is taking Krishna, held by his hand, and and Krishna is crying, false tears. And he's requesting her, please let me go, let me go, let me go one last time. And I promise I will never steal. Don't tell my mother, don't tell my mother. And Gopi said, no, it's been a long time. And somehow today we have managed to catch you. Your mother must know, otherwise she never believes any of us. Anyways, so this Gopi carried Krishna, and finally Krishna tried everything so that she wouldn't take him to his mother. He was afraid of his mother. Then he finally said, then he just wiped off his tears and he threatened her. And Krishna is very small like Avishi, but he was very naughty like her. So he said, you know, if you take me to my mother Yashoda, you will repent it, you will regret it forever. It won't be good for you. So this Gopi said, हाँ जाओ क्या कर लोगे तुम आज तो I'll just take you and make sure that your mother punishes you. And Krishna said, I'm warning you, if you do this, you will never forget this incident ever. She said, देख लेंगे, we'll see. And then this Gopi is very, you can say, proudly takes Krishna holding his hand in front of Yashoda. Yashoda, Yashoda, come out. Yashoda may come. Look, you never believed us. Today I have caught your child stealing butter red-handed from my house. Now what do you have to say? So Yashoda is looking at this Gopi's face. Then she's looking at the child's face. Then she's looking at Gopi. She said, are you all right? And this gopi said, yes, I'm all right. What happened? He said, you are telling you have caught Krishna red-handed, but I see you are holding your own son's hand. And then the gopi looked down. It was not Krishna, it was her own son she had brought. अपने बच्चे को लेके आ गई. And then she was puzzled. She was thinking, I to caught Krishna, and all this while it was Krishna talking to me, and right now I'm just seeing my son. And then Yashoda Mai simply laughed. Okay, maybe you're thinking of Krishna too much. That's why you're thinking that this is Krishna whom you have brought. And as she was going back, she looks down. Suddenly it's Krishna again. And Krishna says, look, I told you not to take me in front of my mother. So now you learned your lesson. Next time, if you don't listen to me, next time you try to arrest me, next time you try to catch me and take me to my mother, next time I'll become your husband. And then the whole village will laugh at you. समझे story आप लोग? What was the trick Krishna played here? He changed his form to that gopi's son only. So when the gopi went in front of Yashoda, it was a surprise for her. And now Krishna threatened her, next time if you take me, this time I will not become your son, but I'll become your husband. And the whole village would see that how you have arrested your own husband. So everybody will laugh at you. So Krishna and Yashoda Mai, they share a very, very intimate, special bond. So much so that Krishna, who is God, he cannot be controlled by anyone. But Yashoda Mai has so much love that she can chastise Krishna, she can bind Krishna, she can punish him. And once Yashoda Mai had done this also, that Krishna was caught stealing, she bound him up with ropes. And that is how Krishna got another name called Damodar. When you see this picture of Krishna, he's crying, being bound with a rope. So he's known as Damodar. Dam means the rope, Udar means the belly. So that Lord whose belly is bound with a rope is called Damodar. How many activities Krishna performed, that many names he's got. So it's a very, very special day. We are worshipping our own mothers, and we should also worship the universal, the mother of God, that is Yashoda Mai. And we should also be thankful to everyone who has acted as our mother and helped us grow, like the mother who has given birth, the mother who has taken care of us. And there is another mother in the universe, the Mother Durga. She is also in charge of the material universe. So we can always offer our respects to them. And the best way to, because mother is a very special personality, she is the one who spends maximum time with her children, and she sacrifices so much, isn't it? Even if you get up at 2 in the night, she's there for you. When you come back home, she's there for you. She dresses you up. She teaches you so many things. And ultimately, she's so caring, loving. So this is a day on which we can express our gratitude. And the best way to express our gratitude to our mother and father is to abide by whatever they tell us to do. The best way we can show our love for our mother and father is to do whatever they are requesting us to do. That's a sign of love. Okay, gifts anybody can give, buy and give, but the best way would be always be respectful to them, be sensitive, be sensible, don't trouble them. And this is how you can show your love, by being cooperative with their desires, with their will, because they know more than us. Sometimes we might have the tendency to not listen to them, thinking we know better. No, but they know better. And this is the best way. This is the best gift we could give. You can just touch their feet today. It's very special. That is one of the ways in which we show respect, by touching feet of our elders. Today you can do that to your mother and they'll be very happy. And of course, whatever plans you have made, you can go ahead with that. But also take a vow, make a promise that you will always be gentle and humble and respectful to her, and of course both the parents, and treat them with respect and listen to whatever they have to say and try to follow it as much as you can. Hare Krishna. Samaira, how are you? Long time, we didn't see you.
Guruji, 1 second. Anvi has to show Avishi the trick.
Okay.
Oh,
Done.
and I have to ask you my questions too.
Yes, please ask. No, I'm done. You can ask your questions, and then Anvi
I'll
can
show
also
her the
show
trick
the trick.
after my. Yes, so
What is it?
I have 2 questions. First one is related to the sage Kashyap. So so mostly sages have one wife, and it's a rule also that sages can only have one wife. So why does Rishi Kashyap have like 4 wives?
No, he has many more.
Yeah, but why does he?
No, they are allowed. It is during
but
that time.
mostly
It's not. It's
sages
not
have
this.
one wife.
No, nobody says that. No, not like that. Kashyapa is supposed to be a Prajapati. He's a representative of Brahma for bringing living entities into this world for creation. So for that purpose, sage Kashyapa has been created. He has to expand the
And so
creation.
one more question. Why was Ram exiled for 14 years and not 10, 15 or 20?
Maybe we will ask Mother Kaikai when we meet her.
So
How would I know?
You know.
Does Shivya know?
I thought you know.
Does Shivya know?
So if you don't know, how will she know?
I think because of that mantra.
I don't know. It was just
What will I know? The reason.
must have been a
So
random.
now time for the trick.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's time for the trick.
Yeah.
So I'm Avishi. Think of a number.
Okay. So
Then-
you all learn a magic trick.
Done.
Okay. Sure.
Then double it.
Okay.
Then add. Then add 18 to it.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Then divided by 2. Okay.
Then subtract the number you got just now after dividing from the original number you thought of.
What?
Subtract this number that you got right now after dividing by 2 from the original number you thought of at first.
Subtract the original number from the number that you have now.
And did it?
Did you get 9? Quiet, Papa.
Wrong. 7.
How did you get 7?
After dividing.
Achha, let me give you a simpler one. Let me give you. Think of a number.
Everybody can do that.
Yeah, think of a number.
We
Okay,
have to
double
take
it.
position.
Are you doing it to everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do what I'm saying. Think of a number, double it.
Anvi is going to read everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Okay, next after that.
Then add 8 to it. Made it easier.
8. Okay. Then.
Then add 8 to it. No, divided by 2.
Okay.
Then subtract this number from the original number you thought of.
Okay.
Did you get 4?
Correct. Yes.
Everybody got 4.
No, how will they think of the same number?
Everybody
Avishi
will
got
get
4.
Everybody must
That
have
was
got
only
4.
for Avishi.
No, everybody got 4.
Even I got 4.
So you are advancing because you're reading everyone's mind now.
I am advancing.
Did everyone get 4? All right. Chalo fir. We're done for the week.
Sir, please teach us another
Trick.
trick.
Trick will only happen provided you all listen to me. वो जो prayers मैंने दिया दशावतार का, it has to be chanted every day. I'll ask your parents. Everyone's parents will be asked whether you
Sir,
are.
I do it like
Then next-
secretly.
then
my
next-
parents do.
Please promise we'll do it if you first.
So I also
Yes, sir,
promise.
I promise you.
I also promise. I also promise that next week we'll teach you the trick.
So,
Please.
or maybe in the middle of the week, someday.
Guruji, please.
One evening again we can meet.
Please. No, please.
Hare Krishna. Good night. Good evening.
Good
Please.
You all listen to what I have to say, then I will listen to whatever you
Sir,
are.
I will
telling me
listen
to.
to your promise. I'll do everything.
अरे मैं इतने हफ्तों से बोल रहा हूँ आप लोग कोई prayer chant नहीं
Sir,
कर रहे.
I do it. So please.
Next week, right? Please, you all do, and I will
Sir,
also.
please.
All right, Hare Krishna.
Sir, we won't log out of the meeting until you teach us a trick.
Hare, I will leave the meeting.
We'll call you and like message. We'll bombard your phone.
Chalo. Acha, chalo. Next 3 days you all do these prayers, and 4th day I'll tell you in the evening, one of the evenings.
Okay.
You
Sir,
know,
I thought you want the classes to be in the evening.
I am okay with it. If everybody else is okay, if Sunday doesn't suit, we can also do
Sunday
one of the
suits me
maybe
too.
Tuesday evening. It suits everyone. Say 6:30,
No.
6 o'clock.
No.
It won't suit everyone. So let's stick to Sunday for the time being.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
have this. It was meant. This class was meant for 12 classes only, right?
But we said we will continue. Whoever wants to.
Yeah, even I want to.
But Guruji, you have to promise that next week we will do it.
Yes,
I
sir.
have promised. already.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
1 second, and let's record a
If
video.
you
But all
forget, then your
depends.
promise will-
All depends on whether you all do those prayers for the next 7
No,
days.
sir, but
Yeah,
you
we'll obviously do it, Guruji.
Starting
but
from
you've
today.
already
Starting
promised.
from
You
today.
can't turn back from your promise.
Starting from today.
Okay, we'll do it, but you have to promise.
I have promised already. So you all also have to promise. तो उसके ऊपर
Okay,
depend
fine.
करेगा.
Fine.
चलो.
agreed.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.